get this bet in.
How we doing, fellas? Happy Friday. Chuck Silver and Smitty here with Occupy Fantasy. Talk about some DFS strategy for DraftKings and FanDuel. We got the NCAA tournament going on. See a few less viewers in the stream than usual today. As expected, the contests are all smaller, which is not great, but we're still here. We're grinding NBA. Smitty, how we doing?
Pretty good, man. Not a bad slate. Looks pretty good, so excited to break it down.
Yeah, we were talking about how the Sixers were playing the Kings last night, and at the beginning of the fourth quarter, pretty clear the Kings don't want to win the game, and even though the odds aren't great, I've been trying to scoop up kind of lines like that when teams are playing Utah, Chicago, stuff like that.
Yeah, because a lot of the sports books just don't really know how to price it. So I think getting in more into that is pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's going pretty well for me so far through the NCAA games too. Just market lags a little bit on live stuff, so hopefully
Yeah.
it's been going well for you guys too. Bracket's looking good. If you use the Occupy info, you guys should be golden through the first round right now. Heath, Bobby, Jose, Unicorn, happy to have you here early. 100% Joker today. Did you get 100% Joker, Smitty? I didn't.
No.
Is Joker playing today?
Yeah, I have like zero Jokic.
Is he
Oh, he's
playing?
not on the DraftKings slate. He's on FanDuel only.
Okay, he's FanDuel only. I didn't run my FanDuel set, so that would be why Joker. But we'll take a look at Joker. Last night's slate was garbage. How was last night's slate, Smitty? Who messed
It
this
was
up?
pretty good for me. I didn't have anything crazy, but I made money.
I profited, so I'm happy. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I got third in something, so that was kind of nice. Uh, yeah, let's go ahead and just jump into it. Knicks Nets. The slate starts a little bit later today, so we have a little bit more time. Let's go ahead and look at the Knicks side. Let me make sure the injury report. So Cat is, I think, the only one questionable. Jalen Brunson's confirmed in. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
All right. So we got a couple. Well, we got one strong value play in Mitchell Robinson over on DraftKings, 4,300, 33% ownership with Cat questionable. You think that holds if Cat gets ruled in?
I guess so. I'll be under that if Cat is in. We have him for 22 minutes. I think that's kind of on the high end of where his minutes could be. But if Cat's out, then yeah, it's all systems go on Mitch Rob.
Do you think that they'll start both of them? Or no, the regular starters are all back tonight, right? Oh, Josh Hart's
Yeah,
out. Sorry, Josh Hart's out.
John's out, but I would
So
expect Shamit to start.
looks like what we have too, 13.5 value on DK, 3,600, 28 minutes. It's not projected for as much ownership as we've seen on a couple of the recent slates when he was, filling in for an injured starter. Are you going back to Landry Shamet today?
I don't mind him. He's cheap, so I think you could definitely mix him in. I wouldn't say he's a priority value play, but he looks fine.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just over the field on Landry Shamet right now. Feels okay. I'm okay with it. And as of right now, I'm getting a ton of Mitch Rob. I'm going to have to see how that holds up as we get closer to lock. Is there anyone else you were looking at? Jalen Brunson, McHale, or OG?
OG, I have some interest, especially under 7K on DraftKings. Just been pretty productive. No Mikhail, that's for sure. I do think Clarkson. I hate playing Clarkson, but I do think he's kind of fine. We have him for 22 minutes. He's someone that could eat away at Shamit's minutes or Mikhail. But they've been liking playing him lately. Mike Brown had some comments the other day about because Diawara was a DNP and he basically just said Clarkson's been playing better, so he's going to keep playing him. So I do think Clarkson's more safe than the industry's kind of projecting. So I'm fine playing some.
Yeah, even with Brunson back, so these minutes were pretty poor. I don't remember. I know Brunson missed a couple of these games. I don't know if he missed all three of them. But 2 and 3%. I talk about this all the time. This is the guy we play when no one wants to play him, like Jordan Clarkson, Malik Monk. He's only 2% owned. You don't have to play much to get over the field, and when he does perform, this 38 fantasy points, you win a tournament. So I
Yep.
think we definitely want to be mixing him in. You don't have to go crazy with it.
Yeah.
Anyone else here worth mentioning? No.
No.
Is there anyone worth talking about on Brooklyn at all?
I hope not. Let me pull them up. For Brooklyn, it's kind of just the cheap guys like Minot could play, could not. Like he's been a DNP, I think, a couple games ago. Chaney Johnson, I think, if he was a little cheaper, I'd have a lot more interest. But still, even at his price, I think he's worth a mention at least on DraftKings, 4,300. Been seeing pretty consistent minutes off the bench. It's possible he gets a little more than 23, but they just have so many bodies. I don't really feel confident about anybody.
Yeah, it's like Chaney Johnson would be interesting. Model's not really going to give him any good value score. I wouldn't expect it to. No one's projected to play minutes, so excuse me. I have like a 1%, 2%. I have 4% of Zaire. That probably goes away by lock, so just very hard to have interest in this team. Sorry, Nick. They're doing their job though. Lose games, get a good
Yeah,
drought. Get AJ went off in the tournament yesterday.
should be going for Akov.
Well, unfortunately, well, you never know, dude. If Akov goes on a crazy run, I don't know, with all the Darren Peterson injury stuff,
Yeah,
it'd
you
be
never
kind of
know.
crazy. Be crazy. I heard he doesn't play defense though.
Akov
Robin
does.
Robinson is still good value. Still is good. Is still good for value if Cat is in. Yeah, I think he's still good. I have Cat projected in right now. It just the ownership feels a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm gonna be playing him. Jose, no Brooklyn. Let's keep going. Yep. So Golden State, Kristaps has been doing it recently. His minutes have been pretty short, but off the bench he went off. Starting, I think he started off really hot last game, but then he didn't end with a spectacular score. But the model's giving us really strong value scores on him. The 6,200 price feels pretty good, especially with power forward eligibility on DraftKings. Do you like him at this 24% ownership?
I do. Just ever since Horford's been out, he's just been gunning. Anytime he's out there, so feel pretty good about it. Feel even better if he does start. Feel better if Duran's rolled out. I think that helps him a lot. The industry probably won't react appropriately to that. But going against Paul Reed's a lot different than going against Duran.
I have to point out Paul Reed is actually one of the best defensive centers in the NBA. I talk about
Wow.
this with like big man matchups, but I don't know how different it is. The last player this came up with was Khalil Ware, and he shut Khalil Ware down that day. Kristaps, I'm thinking plays kind of similar. He's not really going to back you down in the post. You know, he's going to get his fantasy points through blocks and hitting threes mostly. And so it's something to keep in mind with if Duran is out, Paul Reed is actually probably a tougher matchup for Kristaps. The positive for him, though, is I think he lost a rotation due to the game being out of hand in the fourth quarter. So if he could get an extra 3, 4 minutes, like I said, he started out, he had like 15 of these fantasy points in the first 3 minutes or something last time and then just tapered off. But uh, I think it's good to play Porzingis today with whatever I just said about him. So I'm over the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any interest in Draymond at 16%, Gary Payton at 12%?
No. Gary Payton, yeah, on DraftKings, he's just been doing it. Every slate, he's just been doing it. So I'm fine getting there. Someone they do trust. So I'm good with that. I don't play Draymond unless it's against old Reese.
I'm about half the field on Draymond, so I still have him in my exposures. And then, did you want to take tournament shots on anyone else here?
Not really. They're all just kind of appropriately priced.
I'll mention with Gary Payton just real quick. The 4,700 on DraftKings is still a good price for him. 58 on FanDuel's kind of close to unplayable, but at 4,700, he's been so good recently. Like these minutes are kind of up and down. 28 would obviously be great. 21, he's been doing it in 21. We wouldn't love it, but I don't know. At 12%, I think he's fine. I think he's good even.
Yeah.
Jose's on Porzingis. Yeah, he's pretty good play tonight. Luke's doing a bunch of head-to-heads. What are the top FanDuel cash plays? I'll just sort by ownership for you real quick in between games. Bones, Io, Tatum, Nasri. Yeah, so Minnesota, Tatum, Asar, I guess, and then whatever you have the salary for, fill out after that. I'll flash you the top values too. Kata, Pirtle, Hauser. For cash, you really just want to go with the own guys, so it's kind of an awkward 3 players to play in a lineup, but we'll get to that when we get to talk about Minnesota. Guess we'll just keep everyone here. Other side of this game, Detroit. So you mentioned with Duran being questionable. If he's in, are we going right back to him? Oh no, did I freeze? Oh no. That's cool. That's cool. Dang. What is happening right now? Oh, am I still live? Have I been live this whole time? Are we back?
My back.
That's weird. We both froze. I pulled up the stream. Sorry about that, fellas. I don't know where we cut off. Are you into Duran today?
If he plays, yeah, I think he's really good. Without Cade, no Sasser as well, so I think it's a smash spot for Duran if he plays.
Um, I have no idea. I hope I didn't say anything dumb during that. I thought I was frozen that whole time. So, well, yeah, Duran, I'm gonna be getting there if he's in. If he's out, Paul Reed at 4,200 probably starts, right? I think we're gonna go right there. It's gonna be interesting because he's center only on both sites. But at 4,200, I think that a bunch of my Mitchell Robinson exposure would go over to him.
Yeah, no Stewart either, which is pretty important to point out because that's someone that could eat minutes. So yeah, I'd feel pretty good about Paul Reed. Not the best matchup ever, but I'd still be happy with it.
Tobias and Asar, I know that we have like a thing against Tobias Harris because he's not very good at producing fantasy points, but with Cade out, it's a little bit different. His value score on FanDuel is pretty good at only 5,500, 19% ownership. I think that's a great play. Asar Thompson at 29% on FanDuel. I'm not understanding the ownership difference. Like, I know it's a little bit different of a slate, but I think if he's 29% owned on FanDuel, and I don't think it's bad, I do think it's a little bit over-owned. I think 4% on DraftKings is a little under-owned. We can get a little over the field on him.
Yep, I agree. I'm good with Asar. I like Tobias. Asar had like 28 FanDuel points at halftime last game and ended on like 33. I don't really know what happened, but it was
I'm
bad.
gonna I'm gonna mention Kevin Werder, deep deep tournament play. I think Karras Levert. Yeah, what is this, dude? 20 and 24%. Karras has been awful, hasn't he? I know he had a good game yesterday or whenever they played, but he should not be 20%, right? Is that real? What do you think about that?
I don't know. No Sasser just kind of opens minutes for Levert or Herder, so I think I'm okay with either, but neither one I'd be jamming into lineups. I think getting
I
a few
got
percent's fine.
Yeah, I gotta point out 12.2 value score at 4,300 is not really a good score for someone like this. Isn't like super heavy ownership for a player like Karis LeVert. It's heavy. We're projecting him for 23 minutes. Like maybe the rotation's different, but he hasn't played 23 minutes since February. I know Cade's out, other guys are out, but I just think he's a little over projected. So I'm under the field on Karis LeVert, and I feel really good about it. Now, you guys know I go off about these chalk guys on the stream. They tend to do it, but the model backs me up here. So
Yeah, and then we didn't really mention Jenkins. Do you have any big thoughts on Jenkins?
I'm over the field, and I don't really know how to not be over the field. 5,500 on DraftKings, 32 minutes, even at 50% ownership. Like he didn't do it last time, but he's a really good play. The minutes are going to be really strong. Shot for 3 for 16. I'm pretty comfortable being over the field on Jenkins on DraftKings anyway at 5,500.
Yeah, I'm actually a little over the field on FanDuel too. I just think with Sasser out, it's just a lot more to go to Jenkins, so I'm pretty happy to get there.
Yeah. Got a couple comments. Unicorn is talking about, yeah, Levert had a really good game yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, and that midday Hoarder Q tag, I missed that one. So if Hoarder's out, that could open up a few more minutes for Karras. But does it seem like they just don't want to play him more? There's situations they've been in where he should have played more minutes here.
Yeah, if they do, he'll be out for a month, so I think it's kind of a medical thing.
Gosh dang. Yeah, and so I'd be a little bit, I'd be suspicious if his projected minutes went up if Warder was rolled out, because I don't know that the minutes actually go to him, maybe one. And then I want to bring up Ron Holland, last guy, as a pivot to the other guys. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Nice. Let's talk some FanDuel. Well, for FanDuel, I mean, Tobias is probably going to be in the court today, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
And if Werder's out, I might just give a couple of those extra minutes to Duncan Robinson. It's 14. I mean, 4,400 is a really good price. At 12%, I'm pretty comfortable taking those shots on Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh,
This
oops.
total is terrible.
In 218. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
great.
pretty
Who
bad.
mentioned the Nets had a team total of 96 the other day, and we were talking about
Yeah,
how in the world are they going to score 96? They got 92, but they had like 24 at halftime. They had to do some stuff to get there. We'll
should have bet that.
go. Jenkins is going to be shooting, so you're in. Yeah, I'm hoping he's going to be shooting too. Just maybe he won't take 16 shots, but he'll get some shots up. Over on the Hawks, yeah, the Hawks side of this game, Rockets are 4-point favorites. Not sure I actually believe that, but we got a couple guys pulling ownership here. We're always into playing Jalen Johnson when he's 11K and under. I think Dyson's fine, especially on FanDuel. Like I point out, he's a little more expensive on FanDuel and he's pulling more ownership. Well, he scores much better on FanDuel than he does on DK, so I think that's good. And CJ feels like he's kind of forgotten, but I guess he's pulling the most ownership here. I like getting to him too. You like the big three?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I think they're all solid. This game kind of stands out as being one of the more competitive games, so I'm pretty into this game. Just kind of want a lot of pieces. I don't really have a favorite. I would say Jalen Johnson, of course, if you have the salary, but pretty much any of the starters are solid.
And I really think Nickeil Alexander Walker is fine at a 7K when he's around, even at this ownership. Just that ceiling game potential is pretty good with him.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Harris is a scrub. You'll late swap. Dang. It's different when Cade's out. His usage just goes up. He's asked to do more. As long as the game stays close. Houston on the other side. So Tari's given us a pretty good FanDuel score, pretty good on DraftKings too. Pulling a lot more ownership over on FanDuel. Tari and Jabari Smith. Amon Thompson showing up as a strong value again. Amon's going to be my favorite play. I think he will be for the foreseeable future until something changes here. But those guys, and I guess just the rest of the starters, what do you want to do with the Rockets?
Yeah, I think all the starters are good. Amon stands out the most to me. Definitely my favorite from this group. Just been lights out. Been playing 40 minutes a game, so really in on Amon. KD I'm kind of indifferent about, but at the moment I probably prefer KD slightly over Sengun. So probably those two primarily. I'd like to kind of get away from Tari on FanDuel, but don't mind playing a little bit just because the minutes are pretty decent.
Yeah, Tari just has not really been showing up lately, huh? Yeah, this
Now, have
is
you
not.
seen his? There was a tweet. I forgot to save it. He's like on a Dyson Daniels run, like one
Oh, for
for 40
34.
from three. Yeah, something
Yeah.
crazy
Jump
on
shots,
jump
not just
shots.
threes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
yeah, it's
insane.
really bad. Like Jalen Green status, but I don't know. It's going to be tough for me to get to Tari. I understand the ownership. I'm okay getting a little bit, but I kind of would I'd feel very hesitant. I usually don't like to lean too much into like recent trends like that, but he's been awful. Rather just pay a little more for Jabari Smith, and we love Amon Thompson. Any interest in Reed Shepard as a deep shot?
Not really. I don't hate him at his 6,100 price. I think he's okay.
We'll go to the Celtics and Grizzlies. So I mentioned Jason Tatum, probably one of the stronger plays over on FanDuel, even at the 33% ownership, 8,300. We haven't projected for over 30 minutes again. Value scores are strong on both sites. The model's also giving us Jaylen Brown, really strong value score on DraftKings. Going to be interested there. Sam Hauser, Kata, the cheap guys, and then Derek White, strong enough value score to take shots on at this ownership. Are you getting too much of this team?
Yeah, I think Tatum and Brown primarily. For me, Hauser always kind of shows up as that tournament play. Don't mind it in a matchup against Memphis. He's cheap. Could be a pivot to some of the other guys that we've talked about. But yeah, it's mainly Brown and Tatum for me. Don't mind a little bit of Kata. Under 6K don't seem too bad in a good matchup.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm with you on everything there. We just got news that Cat will play today. Nice. Talk about Memphis. 14% on Ty Jerome on DraftKings, only guy really pulling ownership. I was pretty not into it before. I don't mind it now. Still feels a little high, but I'm getting there. Cedric Coward. Was Cedric Coward the late day downgrade?
Yeah, he was.
All right, so we're just going to assume that he doesn't end up playing. Like 24 minutes to go around. No one's projected for any minutes here anyway, so let's say Cedric Coward's out. Are you going to be interested in anyone besides Ty Jerome?
I don't know if it's because I refreshed or I have inside stuff, but I have Coward out already in mine.
Okay, nice. Let me refresh. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice
Yeah,
call.
so
We have
that's
Coward
helpful.
out. So Javon Small up to 10% at 5,200. I don't know. You tell me what to do with Javon Small. Ty Jerome's ownership went up a little bit, but still no one's pulling ownership.
Yeah, it's mainly Jerome for me. I like Jerome even in his limited minutes. It is a not a great spot against Boston. They're 15-point dogs, but he can do it in the 26 minutes. It's not like we rely on him to play a lot of minutes to get there, so I think he's pretty good.
Do you think Small's going to start?
That's a good question. He should, but I don't know if he will. It's tough.
It's going to be these top four. Ty Jerome, Wells, Prosper, Hendricks, and then either Small or Clayton, I think. Could Ryan Rupert, if he's active? Is he active?
Yeah, he could start. He's active as of now. Sometimes they wait till
Okay.
like 30 minutes before game time.
So their minutes are probably all going to be similar anyway, so I don't know that it's a huge deal who starts, but Javon Small would look better if he does start. And then Cam Spencer, I know I'm going to end up with a few percent because I always do. He's down to 4,600 on DK. If you're going to play him over there. Don't play him on FanDuel.
Yep.
Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, nice. Trailblazers, Timberwolves, Portland. Your Denny call was pretty good the other night. Are we going right back to him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me
Yep.
pull them up. Yeah. Denny, 8,400 on DraftKings just seems way too cheap. His prices went down. FanDuel is more of a tournament play, but I'm still fine getting there. We like this game. We're going to be playing Minnesota, so I think it makes sense to get to some Denny. And then we have Klingon low owned again. Just continues to smash when we don't play him.
Dude, Klingon, like I say, this is one of the guys. I mean, 13 is usually the cutoff for me. It's better when he's a little bit higher, but the price has been going up. 13 value score for Klingon, 10.2 OF index, 2 and 1%. Like, yeah, we have some really good cheap center plays, but on DraftKings we can play two of them. So really like mixing in at least more than 2% of Klingon. I mean, Grant and Holiday are actually pulling a little more ownership than I expected, but Grant's price dropped to 5,500 on DK. The model's giving us good value scores for both of them on both sites, and then Tumani looks better on DraftKings. Are you getting to these ownerships on these guys?
No, I'm slightly under on them, but don't mind them. I think they're fine. Don't mind Scoot either. Under 5K on DraftKings, I think he's pretty playable too.
I'm getting to some Scoot. He's so bad. I thought he was good, but I don't know if he's good. Has he been playing better recently? Nope.
No,
Uh, yeah, we're still gonna
he had
take
like
some
a
shots.
few games.
Yeah, every few games he'll show up. Drew Holiday being here just really killed his development, huh?
Yep.
So my main target is going to be Denny. I'm pretty over the field. I'm over this 34%, and then I'm with the field on Drew Holiday, under the field on Jeremy Grant. Feels okay because I am getting to a ton of Minnesota. I see Jose already asking about Io or Bones. Do you have an answer for that, Smitty?
Probably Io, I guess.
On my DraftKings run right now, 4,700 versus 6,200 is a pretty big difference in price. Bones at 47 versus Io at 62. Model's going to prefer Bones. And on FanDuel, too, the model's going to prefer Bones 4,400 versus 5,700, but that's a little bit closer since 5,700 is obviously a better price. But how are you handling them? Are you just going to run in your lineups with a bunch of both of them?
Yeah, don't mind it. Right now, I'm getting two more bones on DraftKings, and then FanDuel. It's about even, so I'm pretty good on getting to both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay with it. I'm not getting as much as I was getting the other day of either of them. Still getting a ton though. I mean, they're projected. IO's projected for a lot more ownership on FanDuel, and Bones heavy on both. I don't know if you want a straight answer, Bones or IO. The model's giving us Bones, and it's like my heart agrees, but we're gonna watch IO go off again if we say that. So it's tough.
Yeah, yeah. The hard part is just like how many minutes do they really want to play Bones? That's kind of that's kind of what it comes down to.
It's like a shockingly close spread, 2.5 points. That's how good Denny Avdia is, by the way. Decent total.
Yeah.
How are you handling the rest of the team? Because last time I talked about maybe we'd be interested in setting a max three for Jaden, Gobert, and Julius, but I think all three of them ended up smashing anyway. But to now, Naz Reid is getting in the mix a lot too. So are you setting any kind of restrictions, and who's your preference there?
Yeah, I think you could go a max two of Gobert, Nas, and Randall, and I'd probably let McDaniels kind of be on his own.
Okay.
Um, I think Nas is fine. Don't mind him at his price. Him and Bones are going to compete at each other a lot, so I think that's something to keep in mind when you're building. Just that second team usage. But yeah, I think Randall's good. 8,200. His price still hasn't corrected enough. And then Jaden McDaniels, I'm going right back. 5,800 on FanDuel, just way too cheap. And then DraftKings only 11%. I'm pretty happy to get there. Be overweight there.
Yeah, with Julius, his price is not coming up. His value score is being at 15 at 8,200. I mean, the other top value scores are just in such a different price range from Julius. I think he's one of the best plays on the slate again. He will continue to be. 30% actually feels like really good ownership, too. If he actually only comes in at 30%, I kind of think he's going to come in a little higher. And then
Yeah.
with Naz Reid, you said that you're playing a bunch of Naz Reid, because I'm getting a bunch of Naz Reid, but I kind of want to move it around a little more to Jaden and Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, I have. I'm over the field on Nas right now, but I'll probably move some stuff around.
Over on FanDuel, Rudy Gobert looks so good. 14.9, 6,600, 23% ownership. It's not like a little bit of ownership, but it's a pretty strong play. His minutes have been really good.
Yeah,
And last guy here, Dante DiVincenzo. Did he end up showing up last game?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know
He
if he's shown up all season.
No, he's been pretty bad after he said those mean things to his old teammates and his friends. It's these minutes are not. I know these were kind of like this one was a blowout script, but we really need to see him get over 30. We haven't projected for 31. It's tough. 20% on FanDuel feels like too much. I'd like to get away. If I'm getting away from someone on this team, it's going to be Dante. His value score is really strong too, though.
Yeah,
I'll mention he is the perfect pivot to IO though. Same position, same price basically, and half the ownership. So that's a spot you could go to if you're not playing IO in a lineup.
yeah,
And Raptors, Nuggets. We'll knock out this last game. So we're done with DraftKings. We'll knock out this last game, then we'll do the DraftKings dummy. So Toronto, these guys are pulling ownership again. The big four, Scotty Barnes still at 16%. How are you prioritizing these guys?
yeah. I think they're all pretty good. I'm gonna pull up my exposures real quick. For Toronto, currently, I don't know. Just that Brandon Ingram under 8K, I think is a really solid play. Same with Barrett. Anytime he's around that 7 to 7,500, I think he's pretty solid. So I like them two the most. Scotty, if you can afford it, I think's fine. And then quickly, I don't mind quickly, but I prefer Barrett and Ingram over all of them. And then Pirtle's just another good center play we can mix in on FanDuel.
Yeah, the model is consistently lower on Brandon Ingram than it is on everyone else, but he's under 8K. I don't think the 22% on FanDuel's bad, and if you're playing, like I haven't looked at the slate, a night slate or showdown on DraftKings, Brandon Ingram's fine, despite his poor model score. Barrett just shows up every single day at like 30% in my exposures, no matter what. Value scores are good, so
Yeah.
the model says it's okay, but he feels like a guy who's just kind of there every single day. I'm not super excited to play him, but I don't really want to take him down because he's just like he's pretty consistent. Um, if you're playing cash, he's probably a pretty strong. I can't pull it up on DraftKings. Um,
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see them as 7.5 point dogs too. That's kind of weird.
well,
Nuggets are. I guess Jokic makes like a 5 point difference probably.
It's possible, yeah. Trying to think, like Denver's not. They've been okay, I guess. Toronto seems like they
Yeah,
haven't been bad either.
no, Toronto's been pretty good, especially defensively. They've been pretty solid.
Jakob Pertl with 15.5 value scores well, I say both sites, but FanDuel at 11% ownership. This is a pivot to Rudy Gobert also, but I'm pretty sure I'd still be prioritizing Rudy. The model has Pertl better though.
Yeah, I like Pirtle. I like them both though.
And Naz Reid was questionable too, by the way. It's just going to make Rudy Gobert, I think, look a little better. Like, we're already pretty much max in on Julius Randle, so I don't know if it's going to affect him. Maybe a couple more minutes for Jaden McDaniels. Like, I don't know if Naz is
Kyle
out.
Anderson.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson. Oh, we didn't even talk about our boy Kyle Anderson. This guy showed up in every lineup for me the other day. We have him projected for 18. If Naz is rolled out, this will go up. What are you doing with him if Naz is out?
Oh man, I don't know. Um, like the minutes are pretty decent, and he's typically productive when he's out there. So I'll probably go back. I don't think I want to play as much as I did the other day, but I'm still going to have a decent amount.
Yeah, we were stressing it because he wasn't doing anything, and then he actually got a little bit of a boost in the fourth quarter from, just being Kyle Anderson. So you thought Scoot was out? I didn't have him out. Is Scoot out?
I don't know. I haven't checked my notifications.
I didn't see that. I missed it if he did get ruled out. I think we still had him in the model too. I think he's in, but I guess we'll wait and see if someone lets us know that that's not right. Hot Billy Jayhawk Militia in the building. Happy to have you, man. I saw a joke someone made earlier. I missed Smitty's so cold after that big win. He's freezing the screen randomly. You guys realize Smitty's, like, a lot of you guys aren't in the Discord. Like, the heater that Smitty's on this season it's pretty insane. Guy just wins, and he's humble, so he's not going to comment on it. But Smitty's been on a mega heater.
Yeah, I don't like the attention like that. Like I'm not that type of person. I don't know.
Dude, you shipped 5K a few weeks ago, and you messaged me like, I don't even want to post it in the Discord. Like, why? You gotta let everyone know that the guy they're taking advice from is taking down everything.
Yeah.
Who's Luke starting for Duran? Luke starting for Duran. Is there a player at the back of their roster I'm not thinking of?
Should be Big Paul Reed, and then Tolu Smith should be the backup.
So I'm gonna be pretty into Paul Reed if he's starting. His production's crazy. Like I said, the ownership that's going to Mitchell Robinson will probably just swap over a lot to him. Anderson Tolu Smith.
He's productive when he gets some minutes, but I just don't think he will. Maybe on like a smaller slate you could.
Oh, he was replying to you? Oh, my bad, Luke. I completely... Oh, gotcha. Your name is Luke. Nice. Jack Koff is into Tolu. I can't believe I read that out loud. Smitty, any final words before we get out of here? We need to end the stream.
No, we could talk about Denver real quick.
Oh, did we not talk about the last team on the slate? Beautiful. Yeah, let's talk about Denver, man. Oh, and we have to build a dummy still. Sorry, guys. You guys threw me off with your great comments today.
Yeah, for Denver, I'm pretty interested in going back to Brown. That's who the model has as the top FanDuel value. I'm good with going back there. Aaron Gordon, I think, is okay, but not really a priority to me. Jokic, if I can get there, I'm happy to, but it's kind of hard with what we have right now. I think it'll be easier. Plus, we have some centers for half the price that are in good spots. So Cam Johnson's another name I at least want to mention because he has been playing better. Don't mind him. And then there's Jamal. 9,200 is not really a fun click, but don't mind it. He's been good.
Yeah, the 13,000 for Jokic is tough to fit him in on FanDuel, but at 16% ownership, this OF index is so stupid. 17.2. Like, who's second? 13.6.
That's the highest we've seen in a couple days. I know that.
Yeah, like Luka is on a tear right now, and he's not hitting these kind of OF numbers. Jalen Johnson's second, and then it's kind of just everybody else. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can find a way to fit in Jokic, I mean, like Paul Reed's center only. That's why I pulled up Detroit to check if we could plan for some Paul Reed at power forward to help fit in Jokic, but it's gonna be tough. It's not a super big slate though, so I think fitting in Jokic is fine. I think if you can't get there, I think it's okay too. We have some pretty good value centers.
Yeah, just those raw points alone. Like you said, it's not a huge slate, so those raw points could be big.
Yes. All right, let's build a dummy and get out of here. Who are your first clicks in on DraftKings?
DraftKings. Let's see.
Jenkins?
Yeah, Jenkins. We both like Porzingis if we want to go there.
Yep.
Really like Denny.
Yep.
Randall.
Yep.
After that, it's kind of not as cut and dry, I guess.
Yeah, which Timberwolves
Nas
do
if
we
he
want to...
plays.
Nas?
I like. Yeah, if he plays, I like McDaniels too, but he's not really very owned.
Nas.
I guess we probably want one of the guards, either Bones or Io.
I'm going to put Bones because he's cheaper over here, and the model liked him more on DraftKings. Like, Desumlu's playable. Obviously, he put up 50 last game, but I don't know. I would rather fade him and hope that he doesn't do that again, but we know how that goes.
Yeah.
We have 5,700 per player. Did you want to try to fit in Nas Reed here? Oh, we already got him in.
I like Duran if he plays, but I like Paul Reed if he don't.
Yeah,
that part's kind of tough.
With Paul Reed, because he's like the same price as Mitrob, right? Yeah, so if Duran ends up playing, then just swap this with Mitrob. Leaves us 7,300 for a guard, and that lets us get to Derek White, who's not a bad last guy in. I think that's fine.
Yeah, Jerome.
Ty Jerome.
Either one.
Ty Jerome. I mean, if Javon Small ends up starting, yeah, there's guys here, and then you can end up upgrading. I mean, maybe you could upgrade Bones to Io. We'll show that. What? 5,800 for a guard. What is happening here? So there's no one that fits perfectly, but you guys can move some around. Maybe take Nas out, make him Rudy Gobert. Klingon is okay as a 1% shot. Kato was a good shot, and Mitch Rob too. I mean, go double value center, 7K for a guard, same thing. Yeah, Ty Jerome.
Yeah, really like Amin Thompson too, but
Coward out, another. Oh, and Amin Thompson, yes, one of our favorite like tournament plays for a while, I think.
yeah.
Who do we take out? Yeah, that one's easy. Take out Io, put in Bones. 400 to upgrade someone of your choice.
I like it.
Coward's out, another reason to stay away from Boston. I mean, Coward's not really going to move the line or anything. It's already a 15-point game. Or maybe it moved one or two, I don't know. I don't think Coward's the type of player that matters. Like, oh, it's not going to be a blowout now. So Jaylen Brown, as you guys saw in the model, he's showing up really strong, especially on DraftKings. So there's some blowout risk, but we're okay playing guys from the team doing the blowing out. We would just be a little bit more nervous to play Memphis. But the main Memphis player we're interested in, Ty Jerome, doesn't play max minutes anyway. So he doesn't, like, maybe he loses 3-4 minutes from a blowout, but maybe he doesn't, so. Yeah, Nick, you're not going to get me here, man. I'm going to read everything before I say it out loud now. You almost got me on that Memphis 10-day one, actually, though. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I think Jayhawk is going to be in the Discord. Instructions to join that are in the description below. If you guys want to see the model updates, for example, if Jalen Duran gets rolled out, you want to see how Paul Reed stacks up, you can sign up for the site. We have plans starting at as little as $7 a week. It's $1 a day. Gets you access to the model and the plug for all the sports that we offer them for. Yeah, good luck.